Bhavna Sharma again. I posted out a post on domestic violence a while ago on my personal page and Indian Mum Connect Sydney and Brisbane. I just wanted to test the waters to see if in case I am welcomed to talk about domestic violence. And it's not a hot topic for me, to be honest. I really wish to wake everyone who is suffocated in any sort of abuse and still sucking it up because log kya kahenge. I just want to be a listener to them, possibly a helper to them, to get them out of that suffocation and show them what possibility they might have, what awaits for them. The response was shocking. I had over 2,000 reaction on Indian Mum Sydney Connect, about 1,000 something reaction on Indian Mum Brisbane Connect, and of course on my personal page. My purpose was not to gain an attention, and not certainly for this topic. It means that so much has not been heard, so many has not been helped, and they're still living this fact. People reached out to me, so many of them, through my personal Facebook Messenger asking for help, but on the same time they're scared. They feel vulnerable to reach out and open up to someone who will not abuse them back, which is again scary. If anybody opens up to domestic violence or any problem, some women in society use that as a spice because their life is not happy enough, so they may want to spice it up somebody else's life and make them feel miserable so they can feel a little happy about them. Even they need help. But this domestic violence issue is spreading like a fire, and we need to control it. I just saw an article that 7 women in Melbourne committed suicide due to domestic violence. It's a shame on us that despite of being in Australia, despite of being in such an awakened country who has so much awareness about domestic violence, yet these women were not heard, including the women who are reaching out to me on Messenger. It is a shame because whenever they've tried to open up, either their parents or their sibling or these so-called Indian society's glamorous ladies have put them down. They're trying to open up their vulnerabilities, seeking for help, and they instead have these gossip queen who use their vulnerability, their pain as spicy discussion, gossip. Shame on you. Really shame on you. I feel sorry for you all. But I know there are other people. Majority of them are actually good, who do want to help out, who do want to reach out, who do want to flourish women, empower ladies, their own specimen. I would just like to highlight, it's not that I never had these ladies. I did, of course. I also, when me and my husband, we were married, we had a chunk of friends, okay? They will come, they will eat, and they will insult me with my husband, make fun of me with my husband, and contribute to that abuse which my husband used to do, okay? And when I got separated, they were disappeared, of course. Then there's no more spice. Now the separation officially happened. Now, how will we make her feel any worse than where we are? But I still had a bunch of friends who they connected me with the source of help. They connected with my journey to be part of my life, and now they're my family. Because my own father shut his door off on me. My own brother and sister are still talking to my ex-husband, but there was no help. But I survived because of this circle of friends One main name I would definitely like to highlight is Jagrati Lalchandani. I'm alive because of her. A big gratitude goes towards her. When I was walking out of my marriage, my ex-husband hit me so hard that he had to resuscitate me. And while doing that, I passed urine in my pants. And when I did, came back to consciousness, I straight away grabbed my keys and I ran off without thinking of how am I. I definitely was nowhere in state of leaving home. And I called this first friend of mine, whom I was more closer than Jagrati. And she answered my call and she said that, what am I going to tell my husband if you come to my doorsteps? It's very embarrassing. I don't know, how would he feel? I'm sorry, I can't help you. Don't come to me, please. And I'm sure while I'm saying this, many of you are already relating to the situation. But I had that one number. I had this another friend of mine who was meant to be my help at that point of time. I called Jagrati Lalchandani. And straight away she said, come to my place. Don't think, don't do anything, don't go anywhere, just come to my place. And I'm standing outside my house waiting for you. And so I drove. And so I reached her place and I stayed at her place overnight. That gave me a moment of peace. That gave me a moment of pause to think with cool-minded, to think for future and then make a decision, not just rush and go to police station and get him arrested and main patla leke rahungi. No, think it through what you really want. And next morning the decision was very clear of what I need to do. But all I want to emphasize, all I want to highlight, that if one of us becomes this kind person and act a role like Jagrati Lalchandani did in my life, you have no idea how many lives can be saved. Me and Jagrati, we're working really close. Jagrati is the head of South Sydney Indian Association. We're working really close of reaching out to all women, those who are going through this domestic violence. And I understand privacy is very, very, very important. I can relate back because I've been there. But by all means, if you think you or anyone you know is going through this domestic suffocation, चाहे वो financial है, चाहे वो physical है, चाहे वो emotional है, whatever, अगर वो मारता नहीं है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that you're not in pain. Okay? Get that straight. Abuse is abuse. End of story. So we are trying to work things out through a political figure. I don't want to mention the name until and unless something is actually executed. We're trying to see what sort of help we can come up with financially and in terms of monetary help. But we will need you guys to reach out to me or to Jagrati through Facebook Messenger page. You don't have to post that on their social page, but you can reach out to them, reach out to us on our personal messenger chat. And we would love to hear from you. And not because koi attention chahiye ya any limelight. We just want to save our specimen. We just want to save another Bhavna. We just want to have another Jagrati Lalchandani for another Bhavna. Sorry, my son is screaming in the background. So I'm all alone today. So I put him in an iPad and he's listening to his iPad, and meanwhile he's making his background noises. So apologies on that. But let's make a difference. Let's make a difference. And not just by texting, good on you, Bhavna, very proud of you, Bhavna, but please do some action as well. I would like to beg you. Make some changes. Anyone you think is in any sort of suffocation, any parent who is going through domestic violence or due to disability, whatever it is, anyone who wants to talk about any sort of uncomfortableness they're going through in their life and they feel hesitant to reach out for help, please ask them to reach out to me or Jagrati Lalchandani. I hope I haven't crossed my boundary of this community page. And if I did, I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance. The main point is for my sisters to come through this channel and connect with us so we can make a difference. I had no job. I had no home. I had only $15,000 in my bank account when I left my ex-husband, my darling sweetheart husband, who says Bhavna to $70,000 leke bhag gayi. Okay. I literally had to buy new cutlery, new microwave, new fridge, new washing machine, everything. The couch hai, ye bhi maine naya kharida. Everything happened. I got a job. I had help. As long as you reach out, you will have help. And by all means, don't get me wrong. Even I had people, those who were judging me. I had people, those who were making fun of me, bullying me, using my pain as a gossip. पति के साथ मिलके मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे. खुद वेजिटेरियन है और कहते थे तुम्हारा पति तो क्या बिरयानी बनाता है. No names mentioned, but she knows whom I'm talking about. Having said that, help was still there. You need to rise above all that, whether you will allow the suffocation, pain, and society's pressure on you to remain where you are and settle for what you've been given. Or would you rather trust unknown and live unknown heaven? It is heaven. I'm living this for now 3 years. Grass is lusciously greener on the other end. With that, I will let you go to do some thinking. And please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much. Bye.